Ruger, you want to go for a ride? Yeah? Bear? Go on a ride? Let's go on a ride on the Ranger. Well, it's 9 a.m. on the 100-acre wood Highlands. It's already in the 90s. The temperature's supposed to get up to 110 today with a heat index of like 115. It's like already on pace to be like one of the hottest summers we've had since 2011. The little pond's about to go dry. The grass is looking brown and dead. The whole state's like in a drought, and there's thousands of acres burning up in Blaine County. So it is hot this summer, and we are gonna go check on Bernadette because she is still in her maternity pen. We got the moo collar on her, checking her every day, making sure that if that calf is born, that we're able to go and make sure she's gonna be all right. And also checking on Irina to make sure that swelling doesn't get any worse or anything. It's come down a lot, so we'll check her out because some of you guys have been asking. But we are supposed to have our pastures baled like this week. This is when we were scheduled to have it done. The guy who did it last year messaged me and said he's gonna try to make it out here this year. We were out of town last week on a little family vacation. Came back and the pasture looks terrible. We've got areas that are turning brown and crispy already. So hay is going to be an issue this year, but hopefully between what we're able to get from our pasture and maybe buying a little bit, we'll have enough to get us through the winter. So let's go check on the cows and see how everything's doing. So this little pond here right now is really just a little bit of a mud hole. There's just barely any water right there on that end. My dad actually built this pond with a tractor. There was just kind of a little bit of a gully or a little bit of a ditch leading up right here, and he made a pond dam just right across this side of it, and this pond filled up. I would say he probably made this about, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago, and this is the first time that I have seen it go dry since then. I think part of it is due to this like erosion right here. The cows have just kind of wore down this little low pond dam from walking in and out. I threw a couple of bags of old cement here when this first started happening, but it's just kind of eroded away. So I'm actually thinking about, I don't know that the tractor is the right tool for this because I don't have that great big of a tractor, but I've been thinking about renting like a bobcat or a little backhoe or something and seeing if I could clean this back out, rebuild this pond dam. That way when it does rain again, that this pond will fill up and maybe be a little bit better. But right now, it's just a mud hole full of frogs. Look at this. It just looks like thousands of little bitty frogs are living in the last 10 square foot of water here. That might be like a foot deep, but it's not very big. This pond, when it was full, was never a very big pond. It was never a very deep pond. I would guess when it was initially created, it might have been 4 foot deep. Probably about 30 or 40 yards across and 20 or 30 yards wide. It's still pretty soft, just even walking on it. And I think that that's part of the reason why I don't think the tractor would be the best tool, because I'm afraid I would get the tractor down here with the bucket. I'm sure I could do some work with the box blade and the front end loader, but I feel like just as soon as I started digging, I would bury the tractor up in mud, and then I'd have to try to use the truck or something else to pull it out. That's kind of why I think a backhoe or something where I could just reach out and scoop a lot of it would probably be a little bit better. And then if I did get something stuck, I'd have the tractor as backup to help pull it out. This bigger pond behind me here, it has come down considerably, especially considering in April, or maybe it was May, we had major flooding and water was way up there past that brush pile right here, and it went over the spillway. The water has come down a lot. There goes all my fish. Dang it. But this is where we fish. This is where during the heat of the day most of the cows are hanging out. They come get in the shade right here at the edge of the pond. They kind of go dip down into their bellies in the water and stuff, but we got to get some rain, fill this sucker back up again. Hey Rigger, you got a little moss on you. We put out these VitaFirm heat tubs about a month or so ago, and I'd say the cows like it. Already time to get another one for this pasture. I think the one in the other pasture where just some of the heifers are and stuff, it's still mostly full, but there's only like a third as many cows over there. But I think I got to get another one of them already. It's just a tub of extra vitamins and minerals and stuff to help them in this heat. Normally, I don't cube the cows too much in the summer, just a, occasional now and then a little bit of a treat for them really. But with Bernadette up in the pen, we got a hay bale in there for her and Hallie, but we're having to feed her cubes every day because I have no idea when this calf is supposed to be born, but it seems like we ought to be getting pretty close now, and she's got to have protein, so she's getting cubes. Irina looks like she might still have a little bit of swelling down there on that right side, but she's walking on it way better. So I think she's doing good. I think it'll just take some time for that to come down. Let's go check on Bernadette. Hallie, oh, come on, Rigger. Gotta shut the door, the cows will come right in. So, baby Hallie, hey, you must want some cubes or something. Bernadette, where's this baby? We're ready for this baby, girl. Where's the baby at? All right, I'll get you some cubes. Looks like the moo call is still on this time. It's come off several times now, and I think it's my fault for not really knowing exactly how tight I needed to attach it. So thankfully when it comes off you get a little alert that says it's no longer attached to the tail. So pretty cool piece of technology that it can tell movements like that and let you know, and so hopefully when the time comes it will do its job right and let us know that the baby's on the way here. So we put a bale of hay in here. Not much of it left now. Probably have to put out another one if this keeps up very much longer. But we ended up bought something like 45 bales of hay last year, and we had 8 left over when the winter was done. And I was talking to the guys down at the feed store yesterday because everybody is baling everything, whether it should be baled or not. It just seems like there is a major kind of shortage of good grass right now with the drought going on. Hay prices are expensive. People are selling cows just to be able to afford to buy the hay, or they don't have enough grass left, or maybe the cows have already grazed down the whole pasture and so they're having to start haying and feeding already, which is terrible. But the guy at the feed store was telling me that they try to carry over 100 bales of hay each winter. So they try to purchase about 300 bales, knowing that they only need about 200 bales. That way there is a 50% surplus left over for years like this. And this is really the first bad drought we've had in about 12 years. First really bad drought that I've had to deal with since raising these Highlands. We've actually had really mild summers, pretty good rain, and hay's been affordable and easy enough to find. But I think that might be something that we kind of institute in our planning here Probably not this winter, since hay prices are already really high and scarce. We're just gonna look to buy enough to get us through the winter. But I think next year, if the rains are better and it's more available, we might try to buy a surplus of hay and just carry it over. That way, if we do experience a drought again, we'll have it available. I mean, it just, being a financial advisor, you know, we always talk about it's good to have emergency money, 3 to 6 months worth. So maybe it's a good idea to have emergency hay and have about half your need left over for the winter. So it's an expense that, you know, we could probably afford to pay that. The hay quality goes down over time because we don't have like an enclosed barn or a covered barn to keep it all in. I think Ruger just got kicked by Hallie. But having that hay, even if the quality has gone down some, would be better than having no hay when you have a drought and you really need it.
Did you get kicked, buddy? I tried to tell you lots of times, stay away from these cows, but you don't listen.
Well, Bernadette, you're looking good. Maybe she can hold on till Thursday to have this calf when we have a cool front and the high is only 97. What do you think about that? Probably not. She'll probably have it like later on today, about 5 o'clock when it's 115. Well, it looks like most of the cows over here in this pasture have found them a nice shady spot over here to hang out this morning. I bet they stay right around here most of the day. So way cooler in the shade. There's Dusty, Moose, Penny, Irina, Goldie, Bull's over there somewhere it looks like, there with Pepper and Cinnamon. I'm not real concerned with these cows over here in this field because none of them should be having calves until a much cooler time of the year. The ones we had AI'd and the ones we did the embryo stuff on shouldn't be for quite a while. But Cinnamon, I kind of keep a little bit of an eye on her. Cinnamon is Fred's mom, for you guys that follow Adler Farms. And she was neither AI'd or had the embryo transfer work done on her. And so she would have just been in the pasture with the bull, which I don't think she's anywhere near having a calf. But I was looking at her the other day and she looked a little rotund. So just try to keep a special eye out on her just in case. Here she is.
How you doing, Cinnamon? There's Momentous. He's hanging out. Yeah, she's looking kind of big. I don't know.
Hopefully not having a calf right now or anytime soon, but just looked a little suspicious. So we're gonna stay on baby watch duty. Hopefully this calf will show up someday soon and I will be showing you guys. Other than that, pray for rain and cooler temperatures because everybody across this big heat wave that's covering multiple states could definitely need it. A lot of people that have cows and other livestock are making tough decisions right now on if they have to cull cows or buy very expensive hay. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.